Okay, this is the video on pronunciation that I promised. All of these images you see here are on page 49 in the books. The pronunciation section for this unit is, for unit 2 in the book, is about final intonation. I'm just going to read, I'm going to give you the examples, and then we are doing the exercise that is there, where I say the three sentences, statements, or questions, and you decide what intonation I am using. Okay, so final intonation. At the end of a sentence, we use special intonation. Intonation relates to many aspects, but mostly it relates to volume and relates also to pitch. The word pitch is here. I'm just going to mark it. Pitch refers to the tone that we use when we speak. It's not the same if I say what, that if I say what, or if I say what. Those are three different pitches or tones, and we use them in different circumstances depending on what we mean, right? So this means that our voice may go up to a higher pitch or note. That is called rising intonation. When we go up, it's rising intonation. Or it may go up and then down. As we have it here, it goes up and down. That's called rising, falling intonation. So we have a couple of scenarios here. The first is when you make a statement. Statement is basically a sentence. Could be positive, could be negative. That is a statement. Or when you ask a WH question. WH question. This is a concept that we're going to see all the time when studying English. They are called WH because most of the words start with WH. They are also called information questions. Okay, when we do these two statements or WH questions, our voice rises. That means it goes up on the last stressed syllable, and then it goes down. We can do something like down, right? To a low sound. So we have examples of statements here of one syllable words. The sentence would go like this: I only wanted to make the place where Barbie lived. So as you might see, it has the rising and then falling, what we call up and down intonation. So it would be something like in a higher or in a faster, speaking rate would be like, I only wanted to make the place where Barbie lived. If you notice, we have the stress in lived. Barbie is stressing because, well, every word has a stressed syllable. Barbie lived. Even the it has like double pronunciation, as in id, right? Also for two syllable words, as in the word person. You see, person. So Mia is an unusual person that goes up and then down. That's we call it rising and falling intonation, but we also call it up down intonation. Okay, for a certain reason it just got out. So let me erase everything here. I should have done it before. Okay, here we have examples. With those before were examples of statements. These are examples of WH words, WH questions. Which are the WH question words? Those are what, who, where, when, why, how much, and how many. They always ask for information. So here we have, they would have, when we have a WH question word or a WH question, the stress is always going to be up and down, rise and fall. So a question like this would be, what do you mean? If you see, we have this double section in me and, right? It's only one syllable because it's a syllable E, but it duplicates, it divides into man. Two syllable words also take this structure in intonation. For example, what's going to happen to this sculpture? Sculpture, if you notice, goes it goes up in sculpt and then goes down in sculpture. Okay, I like this to be a little bit thicker. Um, and the other example of intonation, it's what we call the rising intonation. So to ask a yes/no question, yes/no question, they are called so because the answer to these questions is always yes or no. So for example, if I ask you, do you like mathematics? You might say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. If I ask you, do you eat hamburgers? You might say, yes, I do, no, I don't. So the answer to these questions, the answers to this type of questions is always yes or no. So to ask a yes/no question, your voice rises. That means that it goes up, as we said, on the last stressed word or after the last stressed syllable. So with yes/no questions, with one syllable word, that's the word beg, it is going to be rising as in this way. Is that why her sculptures are so big? If you notice, we go like big, all the time goes up. What happens with with two syllable words? It goes like this. Do you see that window? Window, do you feel this bump, this little bump here? Because in this word, the stress goes in window, but we also have to go up in the final O, the final diphthong. Okay, now we're moving to the exercise. There is a very simple exercise and it's only 3. I'm going to read each of the sentences, well, it's only one statement and 2 questions. I'm going to read the 3 statements here, the 3 sentences, and you're going to decide if my voice goes up at the end or if it goes up down. I would ask you not to pay attention to the rule, because now we know that WH word or WH questions and statements have a pattern, and the yes/no questions have a different pattern. But I will ask you to listen carefully to me. So I'm gonna say the words 2 times. Sorry, the sentences 2 times, so you can listen and then you can, well, be sure of what I'm saying, right? So let's go with A. Mia's sculptures look like things we've seen in nature. Mia's sculptures look like things we see in nature. Okay, is that up or up down? Remember, we basically focus here on the last word, the last stressed word or last stressed syllable. B would be like this. What's going to happen? Again, what's going to happen? Pay attention to happen. And C is this. Is it going to a different museum? Is it going to a different museum? Okay, as I said before, try to do it first by just listening and try to feel if it's only up or up down, if it's only up or up down. and try to do like that, and then go back to the description or to the explanation, and corroborate or check your answers. Okay, dear students, this is all for this video. I hope this video is helpful, that it helps you understand a little bit more on the intonation. That is something amazing, that is really important when we speak. And see you around. Don't forget that this is on page 49 in the book. Don't forget to make the video on page 50. You're going to read, well, first you complete the exercise, and then you're going to read the dialogue along with the classmate, and you're going to send that video to me. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.